We were talking a little Blazers, haven't talked about them all week. They've played a few games since we last discussed them a week previous. They lose last night on the road in Toronto. Feisty, fun little game. Raptors, by the way, talk about having a team with a good season. The Raptors having a great season.
They're fun to watch, too.
I love the Grady Dick story because it's just got to be great for a broadcaster to have to say that name over and over again. Ingram's been good. Barnes has been good. Barrett, it's a good mesh. You know what they've done? They've kind of built what Portland is after to build.
Trying to build.
Yeah, rangy, wing-ish, long, lengthy, hyper-athletic guys is like what the MO is here. And I think that's the point to make is we can see what Cronin sees in some of these, parts, right? Denny, Jeremy, Tamani, Shaden, you can kind of see what he's looking at here. I still find weird. I think the center position's an interesting one for the fit of this team. Klingen's not a guy that can run high minutes.
No.
They want to push tempo. He's not that guy. The other guy can't even play, and the other guy is injury-prone and might be on the move at the deadline because he's a vet on an expiring contract.
Yeah.
And so I asked for the break, do we want Portland to be active, or do we want them to just ride this out and be in another year where we don't make the playoffs? I don't know where all Blazer fans are. I'm trying to stay off the internet with the opinion of the entire fan base.
Yeah.
But
stay off of Reddit, man.
I find it interesting because I was told that they're just trying to be Orlando and Houston, and then Orlando takes a huge swing for Desmond Bane.
They did.
That's starting to pay off a little bit for them. They're starting to kind of figure it out. And then Houston lands Kevin Durant after drafting the guy after Scoot, who's already hit.
Right.
So,
and there's a lot of teams that we looked around and said, "Oh, we'll be better than them. Look at our situation. Look at their situation." And that's not the case. Phoenix being better than us this quickly after how much fun we made of their owner and their bad situation, and the Kevin Durant thing blowing up, and he wants out, and the Bradley Beal trade not working out for him. They're already better than us. Now I know injuries are a massive part of that, and there is a long ways to go this season. But that was not something that I foresaw coming into the year.
And that's fair. We're also barely better than Utah and Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing right now. The saving grace for Portland is you're banged up if you ever do get healthy, but I think you got to hopefully guys stay healthy and then you get other guys to get back from being injured. The bottom of the West is terrible, right?
Sure.
There's only 8 teams who are 500 or better in the Western Conference right now.
Steph's hurt right now with the Warriors.
And they're the cutoff of the last 500 team. Then it goes Memphis, then it goes Portland, and then as you mentioned, Utah and Dallas are right there with us. And then there's a bigger fall off down to Sacramento, LA, and New Orleans, who's the worst team in the league, I believe, or one of the worst teams in the league. With Washington. So that's your saving grace, is that the bottom of the West is terrible. Mm-hmm. I think it also adds added pressure that if you can't make the play-in in this bottom Western Conference, it's a disastrous year. There are some years where the 10 seed's 2 games below 500, or 2 games above 500, and that does not appear to be the case this year. Right? So if you can't make the 10 seed in all of years this year, it's a disaster. I think to answer your larger question, though, where are you at the month leading into the deadline? Are you still?
Well, what if you're hovering in this territory?
Then you sell off. Then you sell off. You're crazy and stupid to not sell off. If you're this team and you're still banged up and just to fight for the 10 seed,
what does sell off look like?
Robert Williams shouldn't be here. If Drew Holiday is back and healthy, I'm contemplating moving him. There need to be moves made. If that is
you think
where
a team's taking on Drew Holiday's contract?
I have no idea if they will or not.
That's a lot of money, man.
It's absolutely a lot of money that you're now tied to for the next couple of years. And if you can find a way to get out of it, it's a good thing.
And I also think if Rob Williams had a good deal thrown at them, they would have moved him.
Yeah, I mean, I think NBA
teams
stayed
healthy, this year for him. But you're going to probably tell me teams at that point are in different positions, and I agree with you. But
I think they also want to see him. Can he stay healthy for 20 games? Before we make a trade for him.
This was my only the narrative of they're just going to be Houston, Orlando pushback is those teams both made aggressive moves.
Mm-hmm.
Our most aggressive move was for Denny, and that's paid off.
It's been awesome. Home run from Joe Cronin.
I mean, you can make an argument, aggressive move of bringing in Drew. I don't know if I'd make the same argument, and signing Dame, even though he's hurt. I don't know. I'm in a weird place where I see the positives of the team, and then I also I try to be as honest about what I'm seeing. I see elements where I'm like, is this really going to get a whole lot better? Is this really being built in a way that's going to have them in the right position? And you're banking on late 30s Drew. You're banking on a post-Achilles Dame. And if that doesn't pan out for you, I don't know, man.
Well, I
Donovan
think,
Klingen and Scoot better be something, because if they're kind of nothing,
then you're screwed. And Klingen has
you're
showed
not
flashes.
Kind of screwed. You're screwed.
I think the big overarching angle of this entire season too is the fact that if this continues, you're going to have a new GM and a new president.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Like you're not being brought back by a new owner.
I think if you're
out.
in the 10 seed, you're in
What's
that
the
position.
argument to retain them?
Yeah.
The Denny Avdia trade is great. Shaden Sharp's a good player, but now he can't shoot the three to save his life, which is a glaring concern. Kamara is awesome defensively, but there's not a lot of offensive game there. Scoot has not quite panned out.
The Dame return package and the Denny trade are the only things.
Yeah, that's it.
So far to point to.
So point to in terms of a positive. And you were on the brink of maybe missing the playoffs for one of the longest stretches in the history of your franchise. And so like that's the reality that they're facing is if they don't figure this out and get it turned around and get healthy going forward, they're both going to be out of a job.
Their next game is going to be Cleveland today. They have a back-to-back. They're at Cleveland 4:00 our time.
Cleveland pretty good. Not quite as good as they've been in years past.
They're having a weird season. Yeah, Cleveland. But still going to be a tough game. You're on a back-to-back.
This is the kind of game that Portland finds a way to win. That I just go in thinking to myself, there's no chance here. This is like the Golden State game on a Friday night. Like, no chance you win down there. And Caleb Love goes for 28 and outduels Steph Curry.
The Nugget Cup game.
Yeah, it's like, what? How? And then you lose to Milwaukee without Giannis. What is happening right now?